Hey, everybody, and welcome to the SEAL Podcast, episode number 269 for the 18th of April, 2025. Good Friday, I believe. Well, I don't believe it. I'm pretty sure. I'm your host, Fraser. I'm joined on my left by Neil.
Hello.
And on my right by Dave.
Oh.
On my screen, anyway, I'm pointing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Dave and Neil, how are you doing today?
Oh, tired.
Yeah, likewise, mate. I was
I
nearly
might have
cried
had a
off
c-
this.
I've had a couple of beers.
Yes.
Try and keep it on the level though.
You've been working today, haven't you?
No,
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
it's Good
Are you
Friday. They
not?
don't work. They don't work Easter.
No,
They
no,
work
no,
Easter
no.
Mondays. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
work Good Fridays.
No day off today. I slept in this morning. I just feel washed out.
Or
I
did you
don't
get
know.
up at like 7 o'clock or something stupid?
No, I got up at 9. I slept until
You
9.
dirty stuff.
Oh, I know. Felt what's
Were you up all
very
night? Were you?
guilty. No, I wasn't up late at all. Just tired. Maybe just catching up. So we've had an illness running through the house. Both my children have been sick. My daughter cannot shake the cough that she's got now, which I think is something that's been going around for the last year or two.
Or maybe 5 years.
Yeah, maybe. Yes. Oh, yeah. You're not wrong. My son, it looks as though my son got it, but he didn't care. He just went out yesterday. We haven't seen him since.
I don't fucking care
And,
nowadays.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I caught a tail end of it or something. Who knows? Anyway, enough about me. You guys all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've not been working though, have you, Neil? You had a week
I
off.
finished work yesterday at 5:30. I was working yesterday.
How did you? I was.
I've not worked today, whereas I normally would have done. But today instead, we visited an establishment that serves alcohol.
Oh, yeah? That's not like you.
I know. But it wasn't a pub.
Oh.
So,
It's a brewery.
no, they don't serve. Well, not directly at breweries, do they serve beers? But...
Sometimes I have a little bar there. if you go to
Yeah,
a brewery.
but there's the Lake Buzzard Brewery place, which is literally on an industrial estate on the other side of town, which is they sell ales there. Not my personal preference.
Not your preference.
Like, not my cup of tea. But,
sorry. Good. Right. Okay. Sorry. Where did you go? I was just typing in the notes. I awfully beg your pardon, sir. I know the disappointed look of Neil. I know.
Are we going
All right,
there first?
I'm going to put my hands up and just say I didn't hear anything you just said there. I was off away.
So
just typing
it was mostly
something.
nonsense. So that's fine.
I know. That's why I just left. I checked out.
I could tell you weren't watching or listening. I was surprised you were actually typing stuff into the chat, into the show notes, though. That is not normal.
I figured I would try and do it on the fly, and then I realized I'll never remember at the time.
So where did you go, Neil?
Well, are we doing what we've been doing then? Because that's what that kind of goes.
Oh, do you want to do it? Well, let's. Okay, well, we'll get there. Obviously, I think I've tried to ask him this question before you got here, Dave, and he still wouldn't give up the classified information that he's hanging on to.
Top secret. Although it's in the show notes, so you know.
Okay.
It's not that
I haven't got. All right. All right. Let's go with some football then. Let's crack on because I just
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! This is hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it is. You'd have no ideas of stress of management.
I do.
Not management of you.
Wow. I guess not. Technically.
Just ask Lou. She knows.
She knows. Right. Well, football. Shall we go there?
I don't know if I want to go there because I can tell you, public enemy number 1 is right in front of me.
Yeah, it's not me.
Fuck me.
How did that head-to-head go?
And the way he does it, does he know? He does know. He does.
Does he know? Does he know?
Yeah, look at the cheesy grin on his face.
Right, I accidentally captained Jay Murphy.
I know.
Oh, accidentally, did you? Only the best captain of the week.
I know. It was a complete fluke. I expect I thought I'd
nothing
done
less.
Salah.
Pure flukes from you, Dave, all the way. But you're still not top.
Still not top.
The honour of being top has changed. It is Mr. Kinzit is top.
Go on, Ginzit.
Joel Reeves is second, 1 point in it at the top of the league. A further 4 points back in third place is Mr. Estevez, Senor Estevez.
Mm.
And then, is he a senor, this guy? Luciano? I don't know. What's that? Luciano sounds Italian. What's that? Signori?
Signor. I don't know.
2076 and fourth. And then Mr. Master Isaac.
Master Isaac.
Not me, my son. 2066 and fifth. There was a few chips played last week.
Yep, I played my wild card.
You did. There was 3 wild cards, I believe. Mr. Redmond, yourself, and somebody else. I can't remember right now. I also played a chip. Played my bench
you
boost.
did all right with it, didn't you?
It was okay. I was disappointed. I left a player on my bench that actually scored some points.
Who was it? 8 Nori?
8 Nori was on my bench, but if I'd have just played him in my 11, it would have done better because things didn't go well, honestly. I kept looking at my bench and was like, man, Forest are going to keep a clean sheet, aren't they? And they were keeping a clean sheet until the 95th minute. And then fucking Everton scored, and that fucking really pissed me off. I was quite happy with the 0-0 that was coming in there, and then Everton scored. I was like, oh, good. That's the player that I got rid of, Mikolenko. He's kept a clean sheet, wasn't playing. Came in for that game, fucking kept a clean sheet, didn't he? Dickhead.
You mean Man United?
No, that was Everton. It was Everton via Forest.
Oh, I thought you said Newcastle. You said Newcastle with a clean sheet. Yeah.
Well, Newcastle did keep a clean sheet in the second game.
Second game they did, yeah.
Yeah. And do you know who else I had? Eberechieze. It's taking a penalty, and it was taking fucking ages for him to take this penalty. I was like,
well, Newcastle's game.
He was going to miss this penalty, isn't he? He's going to miss this penalty. Was it Newcastle?
Well, hang on a second. Yeah, what? Eze's penalty, Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
The most amazing thing about that penalty was the fact that
it was the shittest penalty you've ever seen.
Well, not before we even get to the penalty. It was like the amount of
taking ages to decide whether it was a penalty.
Well, no, it was a penalty in my mind. Pope was stupid. But it's just amazed me when I was watching it how much computation was going through my head on right, well, if Eze scores this, he's in my side, but I've also got Pope as a keeper. If he saves it, this could be really good. They're trying to work out just what was best and what wasn't. But yes, the penalty. Do you think it was a penalty?
I think. He absolutely got nowhere near the ball and totally took out the defender. Whether that was,
flattered him.
It was a penalty.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then when Eze's taking it, I was like, oh, Eze's going to take it, or is he going to take it? He's been there ages. Is he just going to give someone else the ball here? Oh no, he's going to take the penalty, and it was the shittest fucking penalty you've ever seen. So yeah, obviously didn't score, which went down well.
Pope
after him having
an
offside goal against Man City in his first game of the week ruled out, where it was absolutely the first half an hour of the Palace v City game. Palace were they were 3-0 up briefly till the goal was ruled out correctly for offside. And then it all went largely to shit for Crystal Palace for the next however many minutes of football they played in that double game week. Because they conceded 10 goals after that in the ensuing 90 plus whatever that minutes is. 150 minutes.
Didn't they?
Which didn't go well for my goalkeeper. And obviously I'd already lost. I'd looked at Matt Sells in goal. I had Matt Sells and Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson on the double. I'm like, might keep a clean sheet, probably get a few save points. Conceded 10 fucking goals in 2 games. I was like, that's insane. And he didn't get on minus points. So he must have done okay otherwise. And then, my backup goalkeeper, which I was like, I kept looking again. They're bound to keep a clean sheet. It's fucking Forest at home. They always keep a clean sheet at home. 94th minute, fucking conceded. It's like, you are fucking joking.
Oh, because you had bench boost, I
had bench boost on,
So you were getting points.
So I was, for a minute, I was like, this is going really well. And then obviously it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, with Crystal Palace. I mean, I packed out with Crystal Palace players, obviously, because of the double game week, and they were doing shit. But at the end of the day, you're like, well, I know they're doing shit, but they're doing shit for everyone, right? So whatever.
Yes. Well, I still haven't decided what I'm doing this week.
I left Marmouche on the bench, which was a little bit annoying,
I had
but
Marmouche
generally, I mean,
15.
I did all right. So
yeah, I wasn't overwhelmed in I wasn't too upset because I had Nori on my bench. He got like 14 points against Spurs.
So what was your total points?
70 something. Which is a bit
I got
underwhelming,
79, and then Dave got
86.
86.
Yeah.
Because I had a 4 point. Yeah, I took a 4 point. Yeah.
Right.
Arse.
And then of all the weeks when Dave decides that he wants to do really well,
who's he
somehow
playing?
even better than me, and I did all right. Who am I playing? God damn it!
And where are you now?
Me.
I'm
at the bottom. He knocked me down the bottom.
Let's just have a look at the head-to-head quickly. Who's that on the bottom?
It's me.
It's back in your rightful place on the bottom.
I will say though, in the normal league, I've taken another scalp and I've gone up another place.
So I went up a point. I went up a place.
So I am eyeing up. If I can make 20th by the end of the season, I'll be very pleased with my final performance. Like I'm doing all right in the week. I'm back to how I would normally be.
You're currently 70 points behind 20th. I don't think that's happening, mate.
Well, how many points did 20th score?
67.
Well, I scored 79. There you go.
Well, if you keep that up, you still won't be 20th by the end of the
season. Look, not with that attitude.
Well, just on a 10 points or 12 points a week, you're probably not going to make that up.
Well, we'll see.
What chips you got left?
Don't worry about that. Just my free hit, actually.
Just your free hit. When you playing on that? Next week?
Probably next week.
No, I don't think. I'm still thinking. I don't know whether to just go all in on the free hit this weekend and play everyone double game weekers.
I've got a full squad of double game week already.
Have you?
So that was because last week I played my wild card and I prepped it for the 2 weeks, right? So this is all part of a 3-week plan, not just a last week plan.
Well, I have a game week 34. I have a 10 currently playing for 34, and I'm like, I don't really need to play my free hit for 34. If I play a free hit this week, I've got two transfers for the following week. Definitely got an 11 out that week, unless everyone gets injured, which is probably going to happen now. So I might just fuck it the free hit off this week, or I could save. I've got triple captain and free hit left. I've only got Bukayo Saka for Arsenal at this moment because they've got a double game week, but he might not play 2 games because it was another good performance from the Gooners in the European fixture this week. Done the double over the mighty Real Madrid.
I bought him. I put Saka in this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure his guaranteed minutes because they've got obviously the semi-finals is only 11 days away or something. Start first leg of the semi-finals. It's like the 29th of April. So I don't know how much Saka's going to play because obviously I think they're going to just fuck off the league and go all out for the Champions League.
Yeah. But I think a relaxed Arsenal like that, they could just be banging goals in for fun, right?
Well, if they had some strikers, think how many goals.
The double game week, they've got Ipswich and Crystal Palace. I mean, it's hardly.
Yeah. It's like 15 goals incoming potentially for Arsenal.
Exactly.
Who's going to score them all? Declan Rice?
We shall see.
Yeah. Lord's in the chat. First of all, we said good evening. And secondly, he said, you don't want to hear about football because we are absolute dog shit. Who's this? Huddersfield. Is it Huddersfield? I feel like it's
Can't remember.
I think it's Huddersfield. Leeds were winning, which is doing us a favour. I hope they still win tonight. Luton won earlier in one of the absolute classics of all time, aka one of the worst games of football you'll ever watch. But we won, so there we go. Yeah, so FPL wise, top scorer Phil Taylor smashed it, 109. Tim Kelly looks like he did all right to get in 100 points. But he took a minus 24.
24. Wow.
24-point hit. So
He captained Murphy as well, though.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
I am kicking myself because I was like, I'm going to go differential. Everyone's going Jacob Murphy. I'm going to put Anthony Gordon in.
Kept telling you that was a
What
mistake.
a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot. I was like, I should have put Jacob Murphy in. Everyone's got Jacob Murphy. I need something different. Fuck's sake.
You still got 79 points.
Still could have been a lot fucking better.
Yeah, you captain Isaac.
Captained Isaac. There was the triple captains. A lot of people triple captained Isaac, but they only got like 6 or 7 points more than me, so it could have been worse. Lord's also piping up in the chat saying he's talking games now. Says he's thinking he's getting to the end of Chance of Sonar.
Oh yeah.
You can do it. You can do it, Lord. It does get. I really enjoyed the ending of that game, actually. It felt like I wasn't getting anywhere for a little while, but then it all comes together at the end. Quite good.
Brilliant. Right, is that enough football then?
Yeah, did you watch the Man United game last night?
No.
That was one of the most bonkers games of football I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I watch it then? I mean, I could watch it.
Do you not know what the score is?
You should.
No.
Should.
I
Yeah,
should?
It goes. It's like quite a long game because it goes to like extra time, but it's quite bonkers.
All right. I'll see if I can find it. All right, let's move on then to listener stuff. Have we got any listener stuff?
Yes, Mr. W.
Paul says, anything planned for the long weekend? I will be mostly chilling, watching the football and hoping that Leeds United can win today and on Monday.
I'll be hoping that. At least they hope win today. I don't think they're playing Monday. Have
they won? Is the game over yet?
I don't think so. It's about 15 minutes left. Let's hope they're winning. They were winning.
Oh yeah, it's 70 minutes. Yeah, 1-0 up. Oh, good luck, Paul. I don't have any plans. No.
You don't get the Monday off, do you?
No.
Back to work on Monday, are you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I knew there was something weird about you guys in the bank holidays.
That's not the only thing weird about North America. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably going to head out to the forest on Sunday for a nice big walk with the dogs and friends and stuff. But that's
Nottingham Forest?
No. No. What about you guys? You got anything on? Done anything?
I've got 2 meats to roast this weekend.
2?
Yeah, I've got a cut top side of beef and a whole chicken. Yeah, Lord says that Man U game was like a throwback to '99. Yeah, it was a bit. It was pretty bonkers. Right. Anyway.
All right. Well, let's move on then to what we've been doing, shall we?
Well.
Or no, you guys.
Well, I guess this is the weekend. I saw it. The weekend started earlier today, so I guess that can encompass my answer to Paul's question.
Come on, then, get in there.
We've been playing golf this afternoon.
Oh wow! I don't think I've ever heard you play golf.
How many blisters you got in your hand?
I haven't. It was only I played for an hour, but it was like mostly crazy golf, indoor crazy golf, like virtual crazy golf. So I've talked about this before.
I don't think you're allowed to sort of start the conversation with "I've been playing golf."
Well, it's like I definitely had a swing, some actual swings at some balls,
right?
With some venom, and I'd had a few beers, so I wasn't very good. So, I mean, golf's hard enough at the best of times, but when you've had 2 or 3 beers, it's like, I thought I was going to hit that, and I completely airshotted it. But yeah, they have this place called Top Tee down the town, opened up in the winter, and it's like virtual golf. It's got this tech called TrackMan,
right?
Which is worth a shitload of money. I don't know if it's based on fucking Xbox Connect. It could well be. But it basically there's a camera or several cameras looking at what you're doing in terms of the club face hitting the ball and the way your club hits the ball, and it calculates where the ball would go. And there was a couple of families, myself, my wife, my boy, and our friends, Katie, Andy, and their boys, and one of their friends. So the kids went and played on the other one lane, and the adults, we played crazy golf on the other lane. They were playing chip and like nearest the pin for a bit, and then for some reason somehow they ended up playing St Andrews. I was like, yeah, that's one of the hardest golf courses in the world to play. Why are you fucking playing St Andrews? So we ended up, me and Andy, joining their game after our hour had finished. We joined there, so we paid for an extra hour on their lane. And so, yeah, we got added in. And yeah, let's just say it's hard work. Yeah, the guy got us a nice driver from one of the other bags down the lane. They got about 5 bays that you can play, virtual bays. 40 quid an hour for up to 4, I think it is. You pay extra for more people, I think. Despite it really not being worth having more people. But yeah. First drive on the, I don't know what hole it was, in the fucking gorse, weren't it? Straight in the bushes.
The hardest course in the world.
It is quite hard. We playing that? It looks easy, doesn't it? It's like just open. It's just there's nothing in anywhere. There's no trees or anything to worry about on St Andrews. It's just the fucking fairways are like, well, it's like the worst road you've ever driven on. It's like fucking hills everywhere. You never know where the ball's going to fucking end up, especially when you put it in the bush. So yeah, a few yeah, I don't know how many shots it took to get through that first half. It was not pretty, but very clever. I'm very impressed with the tech.
Yeah, they have a lot of those over here. They're quite popular. There's at least 2 or 3 of them in town.
Well, you don't have to get freezing cold in your country to play golf.
Yep. So they seem to be quite popular. A friend of mine goes regularly. Yeah,
they have 2 above there. So one for the left-handers, one for the right-handers.
And what is it? Just one camera watching you?
I guess I don't really know how it works. But like if you play in practice mode, it shows you. There's like a little box that comes up after you've taken a shot. It shows the club head in the last like 6 inches of travel, and the next 6 inches of travel after it hits the ball. Like where you hit it, where the ball's obviously going to go based on where your club trajectory is, and like it'll show, like literally you can see the angle on the club head, and like, oh, well, obviously going to slice that because the club head's really open, and all that sort of stuff. It's very clever, very clever. There's a little bit of a delay, obviously, after you hit the shot. It like does all the calculations, then works out where the ball's going to go, and it's like, it's pretty cool. And yeah, they've got decent clubs in there, better clubs than I've got. And it's good fun. And they sell beer.
Winner.
Which definitely gets my thumbs up. So I had 3 pints of Asahi in the golf place this afternoon.
That get you going.
Then we had a curry we got a curry takeaway this evening, and a couple more beers.
Nice.
So I'm well oiled.
Good. Nothing like a well-oiled Neil.
All right, unusual. I appreciate. It's not normal, but yeah, it's been a fun afternoon anyway.
Good. I'm glad. What else you got?
Beer.
Oh God!
Remind me. Oh yeah.
When I tell you about the managing him, you can see like it's 30 seconds to try and usher him to the next topic.
I've got a new gadget on my arm.
Oh yeah.
You're watching. I bought a watch.
What is it? An Apple Watch?
It's an Apple Watch.
You, mate, what you
fully all in, aren't I?
You are in, aren't you?
I looked at loads of other stuff, the Garmin's and everything. Well, they've got like longer battery life. It's just easy.
Hang on, whoa, back up. What was driving you to say I need a smartwatch?
I wanted a watch to start with because I relied on my phone for watching at the time, which is quite annoying. I had a watch for quite a long time, and then it fell on the floor and smashed, and I was like, oh, bollocks. And then I've not had a watch for probably about a year. But the last watch I had was just like, it looked like a watch, but it had like clever stuff in it that would work out whether you were like swimming and all that bollocks. Which
Are you
running.
wet? Yes, you are swimming.
No, obviously. But it worked out on basically the motions that your arms were making.
It's almost as impressive. That's even more impressive than the golf tech.
I mean, like, you could have just been in the bath if you had a wet arm. But anyway, I liked my old watch.
Or your hand down the toilet.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You have not moved
There's multiple
for 3
ways
weeks.
to get an arm.
You are dead.
Wet arm. Anyway, so I've been wanting a new watch for quite a while, and I had a
How
Y
much?
Things. I'll tell you in a minute. I had a Y Things watch, which was it was okay. It looks pretty basic, but it was just like a watch, and they did all this other stuff. But you needed the app to look at anything. You required the app on your phone. But it was quite clever. So I was just like looking at all these other things. Like a replacement Y Things. So there was a few Y Things ones that I liked. They do like a classic like steel bracelet, link bracelet, proper watch looking watches, but have all the clever shit in. But they were like 500 quid. And I was like, so I ended up paying about 500 quid for an Apple Watch. So the
Sorry,
worst,
you paid what? How much was it?
It's £479.
Oh, Mr. Moneybags.
Well, I
Jeez,
had my 50th
Louise.
birthday, and I got a load of money for my birthday. I was like,
oh, you must have done. Holy smokes!
I bought a watch with my birthday money, basically.
Wow.
And it's pretty cool. It is quite cool. I put a normal watch face on it because it just comes with like a stupid. It's called Flux, whatever the watch face that comes with it. That you can just.
Right.
It's like loads of big numbers.
Mate, just get on with it. Put the Fallout fucking skin on it and be done with it.
Well, it's currently showing me the temperature on my watch. I don't know why it's doing that.
Brilliant.
But it's just I've got a classic dial. But it's got my like fitness numbers on there that I can see in the corners and stuff like that.
They must be pretty low.
I'll tell you what, my cardiovascular health is actually above average, apparently.
Oh, yeah?
Despite having high cholesterol and all that bullshit.
Are you on anything for the cholesterol?
No, must be a pretty bad average in this country is what I'm saying.
Doesn't the UK have some of the highest obesity rates in the world?
Doesn't everywhere in the Western world have some of the highest obesity rates in the Western world? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think America's pretty bad.
Yes, America is big.
Japan.
Is Canada not good? No? Is Canada full of skinny people?
I don't think we're as bad.
As bad? That's not good.
Yeah. Well, any obesity.
Where's the best place?
Great, is it?
Where's the best place? Go on then.
I don't know. You sort of imagine. Well, probably Japan, like Dave says.
That's not the Western world, is it?
Is it? No, I guess it's the East or whatever. The modern world, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
The world. Can we just say the world? Who said the West? Who brought up the Western world anyway?
I'm pretty sure you said the Western world earlier, but maybe I misheard.
I don't know. Maybe I did. Somebody could rewind and find out.
I
imagine the Scandinavian. Yeah, well, Casio. I was going to say no. I was going to say actually. Funny, Lord said that. I was looking at watches the other day, and I think there was one Casio released, which is like it's got the look of one of those classic, really low.
What has it got? The James Bond theme on it.
Just let me finish what I'm saying. It's got a really low. There's low-cost digital, classic-looking digital watches from Casio. But if you look, there's a little Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or something, little thing in the corner, and it does loads of stuff, like almost like a sleeper watch, right? You know what I mean? Like it looks pretty nondescript.
A secret smartwatch. Yeah. Lord says you've got to have a calculator on it. I mean, I assume I can do that on my phone. My phone. It's like having a phone on your fucking wrist. I haven't done the Michael Knight talk to my watch shit, but you can do that. What? It's not right. It didn't work. Because it says you don't have to actually press the button to talk to your watch to make it work. You just hold it to your mouth and start talking to it, and Siri starts doing stuff. But usually it tells you like I can't do that. But yeah, what I do obviously quite a lot of physical exertion while I'm at work, and it's telling me, well done, you've done loads of exercise today. I'm like, good, I know I've done loads of exercise. Now something's telling me that I've done loads of exercise, and it makes me feel like doing more exercise. So I've been out for multiple walks. I walked to and from work the other day instead of taking the car. Because it was like,
you only live like 5 minutes down the road.
Well, it's 10. It's like 20 minutes, but you know.
Was that to get? because you wanted your watch to tell you
I've
better
only got a
things.
4-hour shift at work today, so maybe I'll walk to work and see how many move minutes I can get and all that shit. And what the good thing is, whereas he doesn't do this on your phone, it's like you're on, like I went for a walk, I didn't do anything. And after like 10 minutes of walking, you get a little buzz on your watch and it says, looks like you're going for a walk. Would you like me to track it? And you're like, yeah, all right then. Start recording it. It's already recorded the last 10 minutes or whatever that you've done. And you just carry on, get to the end of your walk, press stop. And it links it all to me Strava and all that bollocks that I signed up for ages ago and had fucking forgotten about. And I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So the worst thing about it is the battery doesn't last very long. That's a bit of a faff. You have to charge it every day,
not very
basically.
Long, how long is that?
You definitely need to charge every day.
Right.
But it tells you when it needs a charge, usually. It's like before you go to sleep, make sure you charge your watch. And like it tracks your heart rate through your sleep. Tells you if you've got sleep apnea and all that bollocks.
No, aren't you charging it while you're sleeping?
No, I literally charge it before I go to bed, put it back on when I sleep. So it tracks my heart rate while I sleep.
I was going to say, it's very clever if it's like on the side of your
bed.
No,
it doesn't do it.
No. Yeah, with his arm hanging up.
Forward. Yeah. But yeah, pretty impressed with the tech so far. And I don't have loads of apps installed. But it's a 10.
No,
it's an Apple 10, Apple Watch 10.
The thing is, when you get these Apple devices, it's very easy to sit there and try and just load up with all the clever apps and things like that you think you're going to like. But the best thing is just to wait until you go, I need it to do this.
Yeah.
And you go, I wonder if there's an app for that. And then there usually
It turns out there usually is. Yeah. Well, what it does have on there, which could turn out quite handy in the quizzes, it's got Shazam built into the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Rather than getting your phone out, you can just like press a button. Like, what's this song? And it just tells you what the song is on your phone. On your watch, even rather than your phone, so it doesn't look like you're cheating. So I won't be using that, obviously, because I'm not a cheat. But
but even having Shazam that accessible, like I have it on my phone, but most of the time I can't be bothered to bring my phone out.
Yeah, well, like I say, it's just like I'm at work, and instead every time I get an alert on my phone, it literally beeps on my watch, and I look at my watch, and it says James Madison got injured. I was like, oh dear, James Madison got injured. So my son's like, how did you know that? I was like, well, it just came up on my watch. And stupid shit. So I feel like it might make me turn loads of notifications off on my phone so that I don't get quite so many notifications on my watch, which is probably a good thing as well, because it helps you just like get rid of that layer of, I don't need to fucking be constantly looking at my phone. Now I just look at my watch instead. But yeah, I'm actually basically I went into the Apple shop. I probably could have got a bit of a discount if I'd have bought it somewhere else. But I was like, they do 2 sizes, basically. And I'm like, do I need the big one or the small one? So I went in to have a look. I put the big one on and went, actually, I thought that was going to look really dumb on my wrist, but it doesn't look too silly. So I ended up just buying it in the shop and taking it away. It's a very easy process to go to an Apple shop and spend lots of money.
Yes.
So,
they make it very
They
easy
kind of know what they're doing, I think. But yeah, the guy in there was very good.
Upsell you on a phone.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. He was like, "Do you want the Apple Care?" I was like, "Do you know what? I think I might actually take the Apple Care out for a watch. It's the sort of thing I could quite easily end up getting smashed quite easily, and I'd be well pissed off if I spend that shitload of money, and then within a month I've just dropped it on the fucking floor and it's in pieces. So it's £4 a month for the time being. We'll see how I get on with it. And there's that cover for £4 a month, and then if I decide that I'm not clonking it all the time, then maybe I'll just get a protection for it and like spend a bit on a cover or whatever, and then bin off that.
And then it turns into a pit boy. Just
massive. Very, very impressive piece of kit. It's a shame the battery doesn't last a bit longer.
Right. All right.
That's the thing with all these good watches, like with my Pixel. I've got a Google Pixel 2 watch. Yeah, right. that barely lasts a day. Like if I forget to charge it overnight, like it reminds me in the morning. Like you haven't charged it.
The good thing is, it literally takes about 15 minutes to charge it. That's the good thing. It doesn't take very long to fully charge it. Yeah. So that's the good thing.
Is it just a sort of a wireless charging?
I've got it's like a little magnetic thing that you just put on the back.
Clicker, yeah.
And it's like so within 15 minutes, it's pretty much fully charged for them. I don't let it go flat. It's like 10 to 80% in about 15 minutes or something. So pretty clever.
Good.
That's good.
All right. What else?
I can't remember. I'm on the wrong page.
T-shirt.
Oh yeah, the T-shirt arrived finally yesterday.
All right. Are you happy with your purchase?
It's quite nice and soft.
Oh, you're drunk. You're drunk.
My drunk purchase T-shirt that arrived. Yeah, it says "Come on, dance with me." Come on, dance with me. Nice green. Looks like the green that was on the shop. It's a little bit snug. That's not the T-shirt's fault.
Hence the more walking.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously the increased drinking. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with. Well, I'll say impressed. It looks all right. It was only 17 quid, which is not outrageous for a T-shirt. I was like, no. Yeah, I probably could have just bought a green T-shirt for about 2 quid and printed it myself, I guess, but I didn't because I was pissed when I ordered it, but it turned up finally. So at least I didn't just spend loads of money. It didn't fucking turn up. But yeah, came from Poland via Germany and the Royal Mail. So here, the magic of online purchasing.
It's amazing how easy it is to spend money.
What will I buy tonight? Maybe it'll be a graphics card. Who knows?
All right, let's move on then to Dave.
Yeah. What are we gonna do? Well, firstly, I've basically been a lot of DIY today. Well, the whole day DIY of
you have
scraping
contractors
the house.
in.
I had a bloke and me.
A geezer.
Yeah.
A geezer.
Was that geezer? Was a relative? Was he, or was he?
He's a family friend who's in the building industry.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, me, Gary, and I were set to the house with scrapers to take off the paint and PVC undercoat that they put on the outside of the wall, and it was all peeling off. And it was like every time it was windy, there was a big load of flaky white.
It's been quite windy today, Dave.
It's been very windy today. I know. It's up top of a ladder on the side of the house. Yeah, I definitely felt it. So yeah, it's bloody hard work actually. Yeah. So I wish I didn't go to the gym yesterday. Because yeah, I was like, I started today. I was like, fucking hell, actually my shoulders are hurting. But no, we done good. We didn't get as far as we thought we would because it did start raining in the evening.
Were you just stripping today, or were you?
Just stripping. Yeah, we've got a undercoat that we're going to put on the wall, and then we're going to paint it tomorrow.
What colour are you going to paint it?
That's the plan. Just white again. Yeah. We couldn't get all of the white off, but the bits that we couldn't get off, it's actually stuck firmly onto the what's it called?
The wall.
Whatever they put. Yeah, the wall. Just the outside layer of the wall that they put on top of the bricks.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember what it's called.
Concrete? I don't know. Is it cementy type
no,
stuff?
No, it's not. It's not that. It's
Screed.
Can't think of it. No, it's not really. I don't know.
Spackle?
Assassin's Creed.
But it's stuck firm on there, so it's never coming off. So that's fine. We'll just paint over it anyway. Yeah. It's so I've been up a ladder and on a garage roof, scraping walls all day. Oh, the amount of times I scraped my knuckles against the side of the brickwork.
Yeah. Not wearing gloves.
Yeah. I was wearing gloves, and then I was losing sort of feeling in my hand because I was gripping it so hard, gripping the scraper so hard, and I thought, I don't know, it was like cutting off blood supply, so I took it off for a bit, and then scraped my hands a few times, like no, put that back on. Yeah, just don't know, and then promptly had a 2-hour sleep.
Right.
I finished at 5. And I wake up at
just
7.
before the show.
No,
did you nearly miss the show again?
No, I was a bit late. I did send a message saying I'm going. I forgot to eat, so I had some emergency chips and sausage. Yeah, and then I was like,
from the chippy.
No, just in the air fryer. Just
Ooh.
chucked them in. Yes. But I'll go on to my second thing I'll talk about is well, obviously when you're doing jobs like this, there's always something you forget about. So we needed a load new blades for our scrapers. And while I was at Screwfix getting the blades, Screwfix is like
who doesn't like going to Screwfix, eh?
Oh, I love Screwfix. They had a set 3-set box on wheels that you can separate for your tools. So like, oh,
Was it full of tools as well?
it wasn't full of tools. No, it was it's a pack out. It's a proper decent one. And I thought, oh, I could put that in my garage and put everything away and put it all nicely. So yeah, I bought a gift for myself. But when it came out, it was like a fucking massive box. I was like, shit, I've only got my little Fiesta. I put all the seats down and crammed it in. And at the moment, it's just like literally in the middle of my garage, taking up more space than what I was like thinking it was going to be. Oh, I'll put it away nicely and it'll like
just sit in the corner.
Up. Yeah, but no, it's sitting right in the middle of the garage, in the middle of
pride of place,
in the way of everything. It's like,
look at all my fucking tools, bro.
I couldn't be asked to put to get it out and put everything away yet. So yeah, that'll be a job for Sunday or Monday, I think. Yeah, but yeah, it was on offer, so I was like, oh, and there was only 3 left as well.
Oh, you better get it before they
You had to buy it, yeah. You had to buy it if they only had 3 of them.
The graphics card that I was going to buy was in stock briefly.
I think your justification is fantastic.
Yeah.
What I haven't heard is that you need. Oh, I suppose you did say you needed it, didn't you? Like.
Yeah, there is a place that I've specifically.
As long as there's a need in it. If you're saying you bought it because it was on sale, or you're saying you bought it because there's only 3 left, these are not reasons to be buying things.
I think that they all combinated in. I've always wanted this one. Yeah, I know where it's going to go.
Oh, these are good reasons then.
It was on sale, and then they said they only had 3 left. I was like, oh god.
Oh, yeah. If you don't get it now, you may never get it.
Yeah, good.
Did you panic slightly when you knew there were only 3 left?
No, I just sort of hovered over it.
Who told you that?
I can buy it.
As he slowly shuts the door, there's like a stack of 3,000 behind him. Yeah, there's only 3.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah,
the truck's literally pulling up as Dave puts it in his car, and there's filling off skids loads of them.
No. I'm looking forward to unpacking it and
what are all your tools and shit that's going to be in there right now then?
So they're in separate boxes, and
so what are you going to do with all those boxes?
Sell them, put them away, chuck them. Don't know. Just get them out of the way, and yeah, don't know. People buy the empty boxes. Don't know why.
Weirdos.
Yeah, don't know.
All right. Anything else?
That's about it this week. Oh, I went to Manchester.
Oh yeah.
For
why?
Working.
Oh yeah.
Just yeah. That was yesterday working. Got up at 5:30, left at 6.
You got out alive. See?
Huh?
You got out alive.
Got out alive. Yes. Yeah. It was
just
on
another
King
group
Street.
of people I can alienate there.
Yeah, we was moving offices for work.
To Manchester?
No, they have not an office in Manchester. They're moving from their current place to a new place in Manchester.
And they needed the IT guru.
They needed the IT, or just a random dog's body with a screwdriver. And yeah, who hates himself. To get up at fucking R5, leave at 6. Got there for 9. That was good. 3 hours.
Did you have a little snooze yesterday then? After that?
No.
Well, you were powering through last night then. So I see you online after I finised. Oh, you were still online.
Yeah, I was so tired. I was
did it look like it when he was going, still going about 2:30?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what was driving the nap today then? Was it working outside, or was it being up till 4 in the morning? Sorry, Dave, 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning the night before.
It might have been about 3 that I got to bed. When I'm so tired, I don't actually feel the need to go to bed. But yeah, I got back at what time did I get back? 6, 7, half 6, 7, something like that. And then I had something to eat, and then literally just sat down on the computer, and then we'll talk about why I was up till like 3 o'clock in the morning this morning.
Right.
I'm doing that.
All right. I can't say I've been doing much this week. It doesn't feel like it. Just a
Watching
typical
footy.
week. Yeah, I watched quite a bit of foot. I actually watched a lot of footy at the weekend. I watched the Newcastle game during the week, and
Or did you not watch the Champions League? Do you get Champions League where you're watching?
No, I don't get it. So if I want to watch it, I have to find a source. So no, I didn't watch it this week, but so be it. But I've been watching a lot of TV. Just about finished the first season of Boardwalk Empire. I've got one more episode of that to do. That you guys haven't seen that, have you?
I haven't watched it now. I know who's in it. And stuff.
It's post World War One American West Coast gangster sort of stuff. Steve Buscemi's a treasurer in Atlantic City who's all powerful, and then it's all the other mob gangs coming up and power struggles and stuff. It's good. It's pretty full.
Isn't he a comic?
No.
Am I thinking?
He was the guy from where was in Reservoir Dogs, among other things.
Reservoir Dogs put him on the map, didn't it?
Usual Suspects. He was in that, wasn't he? I feel like he was in that.
Was he?
I feel like I might be talking bullshit there, but I don't know.
I'm not sure if he was. I can't remember anyway.
I feel like he might have been in that. I can't.
You know when you see him, he's in tons of stuff anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I recognise him as. Oh God, he's looking old now, isn't he?
Yeah,
oh, he's the Hello Fellow Kids with the skateboard.
Yeah.
GIF guy.
Yeah, I'd say he's a comedian.
Yeah, he's probably done funny skits, but he's an actor basically.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's been pretty good. It is full on. It has some stuff in it where I'm a bit like, that's a little bit too much, but whatever, you know. I'm pretty much like that on a lot of stuff these days. The beauty of streaming services is I'm becoming very good at just fast forwarding threads of things that I'm not interested in. Like, so this has numerous sort of storylines all converging between each other as these series do. You know, and one of them is Jimmy's wife. While he was away in Chicago, Jimmy's wife is having this lesbian affair or whatever with these two other, or some affair with these two other people. Like, I'm just like, skip past that. I mean, you're all going,
I don't know, that sounds like the interesting bit.
Why are you skipping past the lesbian affair? It's just like, I don't know. I just find it boring. But actually, most of the stuff I want to see is the gangster stuff. You know, I don't know why. Like, there's an up and coming Al Capone which is Stephen Graham plays Al Capone.
Who?
And you know, Stephen Graham. He's the.
Oh yeah. He's the Scouse guy, but he's not.
Yeah. He's all, you know, he's a industry darling, isn't he? Right? You know?
He's the hot shit.
Highly regarded. Yeah. Anyway, it's good. You know, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's
you see
it's all right. It's compelling.
The boxing thing that he's in. What's that one?
Not sure.
I can't remember what it's called. That's quite current. There's a guy.
Oh.
He's a boxer. And obviously he's the hot shit, and then there's a guy who's not the hot shit who comes on and basically is the hot shit.
Oh yeah.
So,
okay. Well, yeah, I haven't seen that. No, maybe I'll look out for it. Yeah. So Boardwalk Empire, it's good. I just have lined up season 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch that. Yeah. Say no more. And yeah, The Residents. We finished that. So that is the detective.
This is on
Netflix. It's Netflix. It's the lady from Orange is the New Black. She plays the detective. It's all in the same vein of Knives
There's quite a lot of ladies in Orange is the New Black, I think.
Crazy Eyes. She played Crazy Eyes, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And yeah, that was good. My wife really liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was too long. I feel like they could have cut it down.
Everything's too long these days.
Everything's too long, right?
Yeah. Watch Black Mirror then. The Black Mirror.
No. But I do recommend The Residents if you like your sort of only murder. You'd like it if you like only murders in the building and that sort of stuff. This is right up your alley. Well worth a watch. Good watching.
Watch
family.
TV.
It's good watching with the better half as well. So, so that's good.
We've got
and then
a few weeks of Disney Plus left, and I've now got 3 months of Apple TV to use up, and we've got Netflix until another 2 and a bit weeks at the moment. So, don't know what to watch. I watched a bit of Shogun.
Thanks for that.
Watched a bit of Shogun, like carried on with that from Disney Plus.
Okay.
It's quite good, that.
Shogun. Yeah. No, you didn't finish that?
No, I didn't get around to finishing it before because it ran out.
I loved that.
But yeah, I watched. I think I'm up to about episode 4.
It's pretty good. I'm getting near the end of the hotspot. Remember my Japanese?
Really? You're still watching that?
Yeah, man.
I'll watch that again.
Again, I have to be in the right frame of mind for it. But I was watching it today, just this afternoon, where I was just like, I was tired. I just wanted something nice to watch on TV. Like, if you want something nice and really like cleansing for the mind, it's just perfect. There's nothing hard. There's no hard edges about it at all.
You just have to read subtitles.
You got to read subtitles. But yeah, it was just making me laugh. I was cracking up this afternoon. Okay. It was great. Really good.
Maybe I'll watch that before we run out of Netflix.
And it's starting to really go places as well. But I mean, like, it's 9 or 10 episodes in, right? You know, whatever. It's an acquired taste, I feel, for some, but I'm enjoying it, and that's what counts.
I've got, like I say, with the Apple TV, I've got to get through season 2 of Silo, season 2 of Severance. There's a couple of movies on there I'm quite interested in watching. That might be like The Gorge. It looks pretty silly, but I feel like it might be.
Yeah, I'd be interested to have somebody tell me whether that's worth a watch.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. Not else. What else? Just off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else that I've been up to. So there you go.
Working hard. Hardly working.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot actually. To know what I've been doing today is trying to map my bloody CDJs to my laptop. So normally the CDJs run independently, but you can plug them. They have USB connections, so you can plug them into a laptop and then use them to control the software in the laptops.
Oh, okay.
In the laptop.
Anyway, MP3s off your laptop.
Yeah, basically what it does is well, no. Yeah, yes and no, right? So my CDJs, if you put in a USB stick, then it reads the USB stick MP3s and outputs the sound through the CDJ's internal sound card out to the mixer. If you run it through a laptop, you actually control the MP3s within the laptop, and then that sends back the audio to the CDJ and processes it through. It just works. I think
that's
slightly
kind of
different.
what I said.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like it
plays the MP3s that are on your laptop, but plays them through the CDJ. Basically, uses the MP3s off your. It's like your laptop is a USB stick, effectively for your empty CDJ. It's a storage device for your music.
Not quite, because it's actually processing the sound through the laptop, not your CDJ. So it's feeding back your output audio through the CDJ rather than the CDJ. So yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. It needs
This is why you need to work on this.
Oh man, it's driving me fucking bonkers today trying to get it to work. I did get it to work at some points, but honestly, I don't even know whether it's worth it. It made me
because you're like, I don't know. You're on mechanical hard drive on your laptop. Does that make a difference? Does that mean it fucking is shit from making doing mixing and stuff? Because you have
I don't think so. I don't think so because the files are so small. They just go into internal RAM or something anyway.
I assume it just loads it into a memory or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I don't know. It's very convoluted. It's sort of like it's stuff that I'm trying to use 14-year-old equipment on modern laptop, which does work. It's actually, it's all MIDI mapping and shit like that. I don't know. Like it's just not
Windows 95 or something.
No, it's all fine. Drivers, I've got drivers and things like that for Windows 10. It's just and it's not working great. I don't know. So anyway, I'm now in the process of switching the music software from Tractor to Rekordbox, which is the Pioneer software, and see if that works. But then on my laptop, but I loaded up Rekordbox and I've never used it before. And when you just suddenly presented now with a whole completely new
new shit.
That's where I stopped doing it this afternoon. I was like, that's enough of that.
There was a Humble Bundle thing about music creation.
Yeah.
Would come with stuff.
Yeah, that music creation stuff. I mean, I've dived into it 100 times. Every time with enthusiasm, like, oh yeah, I want to get into this, and then every time I try and get into it, I'm like, this is so fucking complicated. Like, you have got to really want to.
Did
do
you ever
it.
use Cubase back in the old days?
No.
The Atari
No.
ST. I think I had that. Probably a pirate
Yeah.
copy. But
most definitely a pirate copy.
most definitely, because it was probably worth like thousands of pounds or something stupid. Like this humble bundle for this music, because it was like this $1,500 worth of kit for like $25. No.
Mm.
Loads of sample kits and all that, synth kits and all that. Do I want to do this? Probably not.
So that's all I've been up to, really. Not much else. So should we move on then to what we've been playing? Has anyone been playing anything?
I haven't played this.
Neil's been playing one thing.
I've only played one game all week, basically. Well, I played 2 games a week. 3 games.
I've only played Hunt. I think I've only played Hunt this week with you guys earlier on in the week, which I think we had some good games, if I recall correctly. I think we were working well in Clash as a team. I mean, we had some good fights.
Weird, isn't it?
I think
usually where people shout at each other.
Yeah, but I think we were a little bit more all on the same page of like, let's try and do the best we can in the clashes, right? We have a formula. If we work together.
Try and do.
Well, yeah, but
let's just be shit all the time. Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, we have those games where it's just like, okay, let's all run a shotgun and let's run in and see what happens, right? And we do, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's appalling. But this time we were a little bit more like, Matt was a little bit more leader-like this time as well, wasn't he? He was a bit like, let's take it easy, let's rotate round.
Let's spend a few $100 on these guns. And I'm like, I'm not sure about this. Usually we just go and die.
It was all right. It was good fun. Fun. But yeah, that's all I got up to this week. Maybe a little bit of pinball on my iPad, but that was about it.
Bloody hell. You need to sign up for Game Pass for a month or something.
Which is what I forgot to tell you, actually. So just tracking back very quickly about apps that you need. So I was talking to my wife about bowel movements, right? Because my bowel movements got affected by my cholesterol meds, right?
I'm shaking my head here, by the way, people who are just listening.
And there was somebody, and I was like, you know what? It'd be good if there was somewhere I could track this. Maybe you need
to get an Apple Watch.
Maybe I could log, my movements every. Come on, Neil's shaking his head again. And I found an app, and you know what it was called? Plop. It just made me laugh. It was brilliant. Okay. Thank you.
On demand popping.
That was so powerful. It put Neil's camera out of focus.
You just blurred my camera. It's quite good. It's pretty good. That was the toxic stench. Just blurred the screen.
Oh, then Neil, tell us what you've been up to.
Oh, I've just been playing Blueprints all week.
Blueprints. Oh,
Blueprints. Right, Blueprints, as in the artist formerly known as Prince. But it's got a lot to do with blueprints, as in the one word.
Right. Is it?
Because that's what you're putting out. Like I talked about this last week, right? So
Did you miss all this, Dave, last week while he was talking about it? You must have massively switched off at that point.
It was. It's like
we had a whole discussion about this in the blueprint thing.
It's like a roguelike structure to the game. So you go on a run, effectively, every day.
Oh my god, are you going to tell us how it all does again? Because you told us all this last week. Yeah. You can't do this. You can't play the same thing, talk about the same thing every week, and then do 5 to 10 minutes of what the game is about every week.
I don't do that every week.
You do.
So have you played Hunt Showdown?
No.
Anyway, so you go on these runs, and every run is a day. And I'm up to day 27 or something like that now. But what happens during your runs is you find out stuff which helps you during the next run. Sometimes, there gets to a point in the work for me, at least, it was like, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I keep just like running out. I keep running into dead ends. When I'm like halfway through the house, and this is quite frustrating. But then something will happen the next run. You're like, oh, that's a piece of information I didn't have before. Now I need to think, like, well, maybe there's more of those things I need to find now. And that means I need to find new rooms that I haven't found before. And that means I need to do things that I haven't done before. So, yeah, I'm up to I think it's about day 27, 28. And there's been runs with 15 rooms that I've unlocked, and there's been rooms where I've nearly filled the fucking grid of which is 45. Yeah, right. 45 total rooms. And like I say, the big deal with the story is you have to find the 46th room of the 45 room. So obviously that's impossible. But there's all these little...
So have you still not finished this yet?
No.
Okay.
I don't know when I'll finish it. Feel like I could probably play this for another week and not finish it. But it might be that I play it tonight and then just go through and do it. Right. I don't know. But I think when you finish it... Yeah, I've got about 5 pages of notes in my book now.
Right.
You've turned into a real pen and paper guy, haven't you?
Oh, what a pen and paper guy, yeah.
You've joined the pen and paper side.
Well, there's certain games you have to. And this is one of those.
Sometimes you need to use pen and paper, is
sometimes.
That what you're saying?
Well, I've also not just got pen and paper, I've also been taking pictures with my phone of the screen.
Yeah, I do that too.
Because I'm not writing this down, I'm just going to take a picture. So yeah, there was a whole thing that I've literally got a full page of notes on, which was one portion of a theme puzzle thing, which I've I know what it means now. Despite I've filled out 43 of the 45 holes with things that I need to know, which will help me, maybe, or not. And then yeah, there's loads of every run now. I'm I've got a tactic that I There's only so many plans available in your pool of floor plans that you've got to pull from. So what you want to do is tips potentially is maybe you want to get all your dead ends out early on. So when you get further up the grid, you don't get so far up the grid and then pull out another dead end and you're fuck, now I can't go anywhere. But if you get to the corners early in the bottom, put your dead end in the corners early. But obviously you've got other routes up and try and get loads of the dead ends out at the bottom end, so that when you get to the top end, you've got less chance of pulling out another dead end and all that sort of shit. So it's like a roguelike and a deck builder, but it's not really a deck builder. You've got a deck of stuff, which some rooms that you pull out of this deck, there's obviously a pool of stuff you can pull out.
Yeah.
When you choose these things, you only get 3 to choose from at once. You can only pick one of those 3, but there's this whole huge pool of other stuff. But sometimes some of the rooms that are potentially there, you have to have pulled out another room to be able to unlock that other room, which you might need to finish the game. So it's all about all this gradual learning. And there was a point I was oh, I'm never going to fucking finish this game. But then I was oh, now I found out this little nugget of information that I didn't have before. And, oh, there's this other room called a workshop, which turns out could be quite useful if you have lots of items in your possession. So no more than that. So yeah, it's just this journey of discovery every time you go through. Start a new run. You're sometimes I'm fuck it, that was annoying. Felt like I was getting somewhere and the run just came to an end. Usually because, like I say, I didn't get rid of my dead ends, or didn't have enough gems, or I spent a gem when I didn't need to spend a gem. I had a run the other day and I just had fucking tons of coins and everything. Coins, gems and keys, but then I literally fucking pulled out dead ends everywhere I went. I was I've got all this shit and I can't fucking do anything with it.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, it's sometimes frustrating, but at the same time, usually you learn something in every run that you do, even if it's only 12 rooms.
So are you pulling like rooms out now that you know you just know what's in there and you know everything that's in,
Well,
and
I
you
know,
just go through and
like, there's, like, I learned things about other, like, there's different coloured rooms. So all the bedrooms are purple.
Yes.
Red rooms are bad. Like, well, usually, not say bad, they have a negative effect on something, but you can counteract those negative effects in some ways by other rooms, potentially, that you might be able to pull out. I don't know, like there's one, I'm going to give one away. There's one called the Dark Room, which is a red room, which has, well, three doors out of the 4. You can only have like a door, obviously. There's 4 sides. Every room's a square, so you can only have 4 doors. I say that. There's one room that's called something that has like 7 doors. I don't know how that works, because I haven't had enough keys to unlock all the doors. There's, like I say, 4 sides, a door on each side potentially, or just one that you can get. You walk through, and it's all locked off. This one, what's it called? Dark Room. So when you enter the dark room, it says before you pull it out, when you're in the dark room, you can't see the floor plans. So like when you go to the next, there's 2 other doors that you can go through, but when you go to one of those doors, A, it might be locked and you need a key. B, it might be a key card, which you need a key card for. Or it could just be a normal door. When you click on the door, it brings up the 3 floor plans, but they're all black. You can't see anything, so you don't know what you're picking.
Right.
But it might say like one's worth 2 gems and one's worth 1 gem and one's worth no gems. So you can have a little guess, maybe if it's got gems, which room it might be. But there's another room that once you've been into the dark room and you leave it again, you can go to this other room and like flick a breaker switch and turn the light back on in the dark room. So you can only really go back to the dark room. You can still, the light stay on. So then you can see.
That's if you've got enough steps.
Yeah.
Right.
But turns out there's permanent unlocks, like a roguelike, which help you in future runs.
Oh.
I think there's 4.
Right.
I've unlocked 3.
Okay.
That things like,
you need them to
now you start
to
each run with X thing, and now you start each run with Y thing, and now you start each run with Z thing. When you've got all 3, obviously, you start 3 of them. So, yeah, it's pretty fucking good. It's very simple in sort of looks and stuff like that. It's like I say, it's like sort of cel-shaded first-person thing when you're approachable. There's also, you remember, instead of starting a game, you're obviously supposed to go right, you go left. There's that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Without any spoilers. There's this whole area that maybe you didn't think about going to until later on in the game. Like, never really gone there. And then you go out there and like, oh, there's this whole other stuff that I didn't know was here. So, yeah.
Do you get an achievement when you go left?
I haven't had any achievements.
What?
Yet. No achievements.
Nice.
And I've played it for like 18 hours or something. So, and there's not that many achievements. But one of them, I noticed, I revealed it. There's a room called the billiard room, where there's a puzzle. Some of the rooms have puzzles, some of them don't. Some of them have just like things scattered around that are information, like I say, to help you think. Like there's things you need to know to like log into computers or what have you in some rooms and stuff like that. And there's, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the billiard room. So there's a dartboard in the billiard room. Bizarrely, it's called a billiard room. There's a pool table as well. No billiards. And the dartboard is a puzzle.
Right, no billiard board, no.
And it's like a maths puzzle. And
favorite
like
kind of puzzle.
I do like a maths puzzle, and it's fairly straightforward. But like I sussed out the first few puzzles you do. Like, oh, I know what I'm doing here. I've sussed out like there's some colours and there's some like things lit up on the dartboard, and I'm like, I kind of think I know what I'm doing here. it's fairly straightforward to solve the first few, and then it starts getting more complicated. And you, like I say, it doesn't tell you how to solve these things. Like I say, it was fairly straightforward. If you're not into maths, you might not solve it straight away. I don't know. There might be other things that you noticed that I didn't notice. But yeah, I thought like that's usually like once you've done like 4 or 5 puzzles on each dartboard, it opens the dartboard and you can pick something up from inside. Quite a lot of the time, it's 2 keys, which helps you unlock.
Is it the same
doors.
puzzle? Have you?
No. Every time, like, it's a dartboard. It's all based around the numbers 1 to 20, and additions, subtractions, divisions, and multiplications thereof. But yeah, every time, well, it has order of operations. Let's put it that way. And then that's all I'm going to say about the dartboard. There's other puzzles. There's the parlour box puzzle, which fucking does my head in. There's 3 boxes, and they have statements on each box. And in one of the boxes, there's 2 gems, and you've got to try and pick the right box to unlock with a key. And the amount of times I've just gone, I have no fucking idea which box I'm supposed to pick here. Like, it tells you, the rules are, there's always one that's true, and there's always one that's false. And there's 3 boxes. So obviously there could be 2 that are false, 2 that are true. Who fucking knows? And like, you have to try and pick the right box to open based on what they say.
Right, but there must be a logical way to figure it out.
Though, you'd think so, but some of the times I'm like, I just stood there and like, well, that could be true, and that's obviously not true. But which one of these is false? I don't have a fucking clue. And this doesn't mean like the one that's true isn't always the one that's got the gems in. It's just like, fucking, I don't know. But there's another room, like there's these things lying around called upgrade discs. You may found, I don't know how random it is, but you find an upgrade disc. When you've got an upgrade disc and you find a computer terminal, you put the upgrade disc in the disc drive. It's like a proper old 5 1/4 inch floppy disk, old school. Remember them? An actual flop, when the ones that were actually floppy. Remember
when they were floppy.
Yeah. So you put it in the computer, and it goes, you found this upgrade room. This is gonna upgrade, and it goes, you get to upgrade one of the rooms in your pool. So it will go tick 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 tick, show loads of rooms, and it will stop on one, and it will say you can upgrade this room. So the parlour room was one of the ones I got to upgrade. So I had a choice between getting 2 keys. So I have 2 opportunities to open the boxes. Two of the three boxes I can open, or one of the boxes, instead of having 2 gems, would have 3 gems. Or there was a third choice, which I can't remember. I went for the 2 keys because I was so frustrated at every time going, fuck, that's the wrong one. So I was like, 2 out of 3 is pretty good odds. I've still plenty of times I've fucked it completely and gone, well, how the fuck are you supposed to know which box to open? But there you go, doesn't matter. That room is you go in one way and it's got an exit to the right, basically. So if you play it at the right time, the worst you can do is you have another exit out to the right. But sometimes you might put it and there's literally like the exit to the right is blocked by another room already, so obviously you can't get out. So it's effectively a dead end. So yeah, just playing fucking loads of that game.
All right.
And banging my head against the brick wall occasionally, but then other times having these moments of like, oh, what, right, okay, and then like writing loads of notes, taking pictures. The locker room was pretty good because I had so many keys, I could just unlock all the lockers, and it was like, oh, I just found out loads of fucking information I haven't got a fucking clue about. And I'm like,
right.
There's like,
whoa,
what?
You're out of time.
How am I out of time? I've only done an hour and 20.
Because 10 minutes ago, I'm like, we got to move on in a second.
Well, literally, you've got no fucking games to talk about. We're only
going
to be.
Okay, carry on.
Fine, I'm finished.
There's no easy way to nudge you along, is there?
What? It's a fucking gaming podcast. I don't know.
I know, but you're going through every room. Give us another room.
I'm not going through every room. There's fucking hundreds of rooms.
I know there is.
But there's only supposed to be 46.
Right, come on. Let Dave have a turn.
Go on.
I played PUBG this week.
I want to hear about this.
Yeah, it was a quick one with Arnie and Matt. I just saw him online playing PUBG, and I was like, "Hello,
Did you go for a glide?
And no, because there's 3 of us.
Who are you playing
No,
with? Arnie and who?
and Arnie. Yeah, and so yeah, I saw him playing, jumped on, and I was like, "Hello, room for a little one." And I was like, "Oh, we're just about gonna pack up." Oh, okay, right, have a quick one. We did all right. We got like 6th.
Did Arnie kill everybody?
Arnie was the
the main
He's
killing
the driving
machine.
force. He's always the driving force.
I ran somebody over and jumped out
Nice.
the car and lost half my health by jumping out the car, and then tried to shoot the other people and just got knocked instantly. It's like fuck.
That's the sort of mistake you make when you first play PUBG.
Honestly,
I
I
don't
jumped
know
in. I was like,
because I feel like before we played PUBG games, you could just jump out of your car and you would never suffer damage. PUBG was
Yeah.
like one of those first games where you jump.
It always caught
You
you
jump and you're dead
and
instantly.
you're dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
So yeah, that's but I haven't played it in such a long time. Yeah, took a little while to get into it. I had a few good shots with an SKS. Scared some people. I'm not sure if I hit them or not. I didn't look at the end screen to see how much damage I've done, but I was just like, oh, okay.
I'm finding it more and more difficult to want to go back to PUBG. Every time I go back, not only am I getting absolutely wrecked by everyone, there's just so much stuff that just I feel like it's just chock full of things I'm not interested in.
It's like the worst bits of Call of Duty have invaded PUBG.
Yeah.
And PUBG is not that good anyway.
No. The gunplay was, but the thing about PUBG is the gunplay is excellent. Like the guns are great and stuff. Yeah, they really are. But it's hard. PUBG was always hard, and it was only ever not too bad because we played it so often, or we played teams where we were playing fairly well.
Yeah. It was nice being on a team that we all got wiped pretty much instantaneously, like all at the same time. It wasn't I just died and then the guys played for another half hour, and then and then finished and went.
They're
see
the
you later.
worst games.
Like, fuck. Why have I sat around here for half hour just watching you, like hide in the bush? So no, that's good. No, that's right. It was nice being with the guys.
I'm surprised you still had it loaded up.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah. But apparently
They've got too many SSDs, obviously.
Yeah.
Not as many. More than Arnie's got.
I've got about 4 terabytes in this computer. I've got 2 SSDs. Got my one that Windows runs off, which is 2, and then my gaming one, which is 2. Yeah, 4. Yes. I don't know. I like space.
Right.
I like not worrying about space.
It's nice to not have to worry about uninstalling shit to install shit.
Yes. But yeah, I do go down to like a couple of 100 gig. I'm like, what
have I got
where's
installed?
It all gone? Yeah.
I've still got Battlefield 2042 installed, and I haven't played it. Xbox app tells me I haven't played it for like 700 days or something stupid. I still have it installed.
Yeah, I had a load of my Xbox ones still installed, and I only noticed because I randomly loaded it up. Going, oh, what's on Game Pass?
What
and
I
on
like
the
to do now
side,
is make sure I install a desktop shortcut so that it reminds me what I've got installed.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. But yeah, PUBG.
Or you have to just do some regular cleaning.
Yeah.
The thing is, now most of the time the games internet speeds are so good it doesn't really matter, right? You can take games, you can wipe off a 30-40 gig game or whatever and have it back uploaded in how long would that take? At worst,
it's not too
20
bad
minutes,
for me.
half an hour.
Yeah. But not everyone's in that boat, are they?
No, but we are.
I am.
It's not that expensive to get. I don't know. It depends if it's available in your area.
I've got a phone up. Sort my fucking broadband out.
I thought you said you got a phone. I thought you DSL like 6K.
I've got 900 megabits.
Another 15 minutes aside for Neil and his fucking network stuff. Here we go.
Could be a story for next week because I'm off. Got the week off, so
that's shit going on. What is
definitely
going
a conversation
on?
I'm having next week is sorting out my BT because their offers are shit in terms of like, oh, you could move to EE and pay it like £8 more a month. I'm like, that doesn't sound like much of a deal to me.
I don't know how you do it, man. Just sack it all off and just have internet. That's it.
Well, have internet, you dickhead. That's
Actually,
what I'm
that is
talking about.
No, that's but I guess what is it? That's the internet is the problem. The BT internet.
BT is who I pay for my internet, but now they're like rebranding as EE. So they're offering me, my great offer is instead of paying 62 quid a month, I can pay 72 quid a month. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a fucking good deal to me. So I'm going to phone the fuckers up.
All right.
Other game. My last game that I was going to talk about. I think the last game that we were going to talk about. Conan Exiles.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
How big did you make your penis? Or are you a lady?
Bigness.
I was a lady. I was a lady with massive boobs.
Is this game? This is about 10 years old. This game now, isn't it?
At least.
Yes. There's been
No,
updates.
I'm not saying that's a problem. I don't have a problem with old games, but I remember this was rated okay, wasn't it? Conan Exiles.
It's a bit weird.
Neil, you played it, didn't you?
I played a bit.
You only played it for a little bit.
I didn't play it for very long. It was a bit.
No.
So you like it's a survival game.
It's a survival RPG. And the
how did this happen?
It was on cheap, really cheap.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah.
This week?
Yeah.
Okay.
For like £3.
See, I like the way how you were just going to look at that. Look at the impact that had on Neil. You were going to gloss over that fact. You weren't even going to mention that. It was obviously a bombshell.
I'm not sure I actually bought the game. I think I played it on Game Pass or something.
Yeah, I think I did too.
No, you played it
or
on Steam.
didn't, as the case may be.
Or it might have been a free weekend or something.
Maybe it was a free week. I don't remember playing it.
Or maybe you got it from Good Old Games.
Oh, you know what? I remember I played this on my Xbox One, and it ran like dog shit. That's what I remember.
That sounds about right.
Bad. Yeah, it was bad.
Well, yeah, that's alright on PC. It's not great. It's still an old game.
No, like running like it was just dog shit. Like the Xbox One just couldn't
it,
fucking run it. Yeah, it was.
Right. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's a third-person survival game.
You need to drink water.
You need to drink water and eat food. And pick trees. Pick bushes to
punch trees.
To get and pick up stones to get axes to chop trees to make wood.
When does it get good? That's the point I never reached.
I don't know until
you can ride dinosaurs and shit.
Yeah.
Like how does that happen? I'll never get to that fucking point. Or is that Ark?
No, it's Conan, but yeah, Ark. It's like Ark. In that, yeah, you can make saddles and you can also instead of killing NPCs who have got certain traits, you can knock them out and then basically force them into servitude to do things like
slavery.
Forced servitude. That's
that's slavery, I think.
Yeah. Forced unpaid servitude. Yeah, so basically you can build out a camp of and have people do the jobs for you in the camp and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you like on a PV on your own?
I'm playing single player. You can go onto an online server. Some of the servers that I had a quick look, like a couple of hundred people that can have it simultaneously. There is a PvP, PvE, and there's also a PvP clash or something like that, where you can like request to join PvP, or if you PvP somebody, if you start hitting somebody and they haven't accepted it, you're flagged on the server and people can come and kill you. Yeah, stuff like that.
Like a bounty system.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So yeah,
do you do that? Just go beat shit out of people and then take on the whole server.
I haven't.
With like a fucking like loincloth and a fucking stick.
And your Brontosaurus.
I've literally put in like they don't have dinosaurs. They have
What do they have?
Not
They have
I've
something
seen.
like.
They have giant spiders. I know that they have.
Right.
Like
It's been a while
I don't
since
know.
I've watched or played Conan.
What about saber-toothed tiger?
I don't know if I got a tiger. I've fought a giant turtle.
In the water,
Brilliant. That must.
or on the.
Is that
If
easy?
it's in the water, I don't fancy your chances. But on the land,
I don't know.
reckon.
Even a turtle in the water isn't all that much,
No,
really, is it?
isn't it not? I don't know. They feel like
I
they're a
don't
bit more
think so.
mobile in the water than they are on the
They're
land.
not, though. I don't think they are. I mean,
They can
turtles all
swim.
come down to.
The one that I was fighting was
They don't
was
swim
at the
very.
starting
They swim
area,
quicker
so
than they
they're
fucking crawl on the beach, I reckon. You could probably
Well,
run
yeah,
in and
that's-
give it a good old whack on the fucking head
Have you
on the
not
beach
seen
and then run away again.
Finding Nemo? Those things like go through the water like anything in the currents.
Like a turtle in the water.
Yeah. But no, the ones that I've been fighting have not been very difficult because they're by the starting area. They just chomp forward, so you just roll out of the way. It's fine.
Wouldn't want to get
what
caught
else?
by one of them giant beaks, though.
No.
They look a bit smart.
Um,
Like
when you
smart
kill them, do you soup them up?
You skin them. You gotta have a skinning knife,
Or
and
make soup in the shell?
you just get meat, I think.
What is this, Final Fantasy or something? Your fancy meals? Turtle soup in a shell?
Oh, you're thinking of Hunt. No, not Hunt. What's it called? The Wild. Oh, bloody hell.
Forest?
What's that? What's that Nintendo game?
Animal
Hunting.
Crossing?
It's Mario Kart. That's got shells.
It does have shells.
Do you
Yeah.
kill turtles in Animal Crossing?
Oh, I can't think. I don't know. I'm too tired. I can't think.
Come on, let's
The
find it.
Nintendo
What are we
game?
talking
Is
about?
it Zelda? Maybe.
No, it's a.
You definitely
it's
cook meals with things in
it's
Zelda.
It's a game about hunting. Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter's not a
Arms.
Nintendo game.
Is it? I suppose not.
No.
No,
not really.
I just
It's an
I just
everything
think
game.
of them being Nintendo games because they've been every time I played them with Nintendo. Anyway, they do fancy meals in there, don't they? They do the
They
whole.
also have shit combat. Ooh, yeah, I went there.
Only if you're no good at it, though. Now.
Well, it was shit though.
So yeah, I loaded up Conan and played that for a bit, and I'll probably play a bit more actually. I don't know.
It's a bit of a random one.
It is a bit of a random one. I just
How much
fancy
did you pay for it?
£3.
Oof.
Ripped
Got
off.
mugged off, mate.
How much is the DLC? How much is the this now? This is now good DLC.
There's 133 quid's worth of DLC you can buy.
Yeah. And that's when it
which
makes
is why
it good.
it's probably on cheap. There is a new map DLC that's came out. That's one of the latest ones. So they're still supporting it.
That's because they're charging people 130 odd quid for DLC.
For all the DLC. But yeah, the I don't know. They're like about a tenner each. These packs.
Do you not need like to accumulate all of them for it to be like good though?
I really do. It's like with X4. I didn't buy any of the DLC for that, and there was 5 or 6 packs for that. No, I'd play the base game. Base game still gets updated, just not with the new skins and extra bits. I don't play games long enough to think, oh, I need a, I don't know, new area.
You got a good deal on Conan Exile. It's $50 on Steam here.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was in a Steam sale. Yeah, I know. Still goes for top dollar.
It's outrageous.
Oh.
No schedule one this week.
I don't think so.
I thought you were playing.
Let's have a look. Sorry.
So I know you were playing Rockfest till late
12th
last
of April. What day is it today?
That's literally like just over a week, just under a week ago. Sorry.
Yeah, I was playing on Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, well, you must talk about it now then.
I bought a golden skateboard.
Nice.
And
what does that do?
It makes you go faster. On a
skateboard.
Yeah. I had a shitty skateboard before, but now I've got an upgraded skateboard.
I don't think gold skateboards. That sounds like they would make you slower. They probably bend
you would think,
when
you
like mash it into the wall or something.
Yeah. No, so that's the best skateboard that you could get. I bought a few businesses to launder all the money that I make it. I started a production of cocaine,
Nice.
which is Yeah, which is a bit
He's a
of a
bit.
longer, bit of a longer process.
Right, but you didn't play it. You played it a bit on Saturday. You didn't play it anymore, and then you bought Conan Exiles. So my mind is saying he's probably done with Schedule 1.
I did say I thought I was done with Schedule 1.
But it's early access still.
Yeah. So, I think when there's an update, when there's another update on Schedule 1, I'll jump back into it. But yeah, I kind of got to the end of
what was available.
Yeah, it's not a massive map. I've unlocked most of the additional dealers that you can get. I've now with cocaine all of the different drugs that you can make. Well, weed, meth, and cocaine. Yeah, I think I've exhausted that. Yeah, so it's still very early access. So next big update, yeah, I'll play that. I've been playing some Wreckfest as well. I've gone back to Wreckfest 1. I was playing Wreckfest 2 for a bit, and then just this. I don't know. It's really weird that when you go on to Wreckfest 2, do the online servers, it tells you how many people are playing. You jump in and there's 1 or 2 people playing, and the rest are bots. But it's counting bots as people in the server browser, player number, and yeah, it's no, I want to play against people, not bots. That's the whole point why I want to do the online server. And I was finding it really difficult to find a server that had a decent amount of people in it. So I thought, fuck it, I'll jump back into Wreckfest 1, and there's still a very active community. Probably more so now, actually. I think people have either bought 2 or there was a bundle with 1 and 2.
Is 1 cross-play with consoles?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's I know it's on PS Plus.
Right.
I don't know if it's on. I think it's on Game Pass as well. Oh,
right.
I wonder if there might be an influx of hunters because Hunt Showdown PC hit Game Pass.
Oh, did it?
Last week, yeah.
Interesting. Let's hope so. Fresh meat.
Yeah. This is when you go in and get rid of your shit hunters and get go down a couple of levels.
We try.
Yes. Bring all the new. We don't have to try very hard.
Neil keeps spoiling it. He keeps going. I know why we end up getting on these. You get on these 4-star runs. You did it again this week, didn't you? You on one of the games. You went rampage and killed about 7 people. Something happens. He clicks.
Someone
in
has
him.
to.
Just like,
someone has to.
Totally, man. I can't do it.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes
really.
You do. You're a humble bragger. You don't, Mr. Humble.
No, but you do some big. Occasionally, you pull out the big.
Yeah, most of the time I don't.
No, but
neither of us. Any of us.
I think generally we're onesies, 1 for 1s. Average player or whatever.
Yeah, my KD's definitely improved because it used to be under a 1. It was like 0.7 something for quite a long time, and it's now over 1. So obviously done a lot of wrecking in the last 6 months.
Yeah, that was the same. Well, mine was I think mine was 0.75, something like that. And then I've started trying to be better, right?
Yeah, trying not to die quite so much.
Just a few key adjustments in gameplay got me to around about 1.1 or whatever it is.
Yeah, so. I feel like I swear I am about 1.1. That's like a big increase from it's like 0.4 over 0.7. So
yeah,
that's a lot in the amount of hours that we've total hours. You've done how many hours? 2,500.
2,500. Yeah, 2,500.
So it takes a lot of good games to improve your KD now at that stage of ours. So
True. All right. Anything else, Dave?
That's it for me.
Neil? Any other business?
I don't think so.
All right.
Play any Gran Turismo this week? Of course, I play every day.
Oh yeah. Just give us a quick update where you are with your graphics card shopping.
I got a notification that my graphics card that I'd asked them to notify me when it was available became available. So they notified me, and I was a bit like,
which card?
The 9070 XT, which is an what the fuck is it called? It's a pure Sapphire Pure, which is the white one. But I'm looking at it now.
What price are you aiming at?
Well, I'm like, I feel like if I just hold out until there are much more available, the prices might actually go down.
How much are they?
That one was £670.
Right.
And the MSRP was, I don't know what it was supposed to be, but I think it's slightly boosted, so a bit overclocked. So obviously it's going to be a bit more than the base price, but I feel like it should be a bit cheaper. So I'm a bit like, oh wait, it went out of stock again pretty shortly after I got a notification. It was in stock for a couple of hours, and I was like,
yeah. I like shopping like that. I mean, I find I'm like that. I went to go buy another CDJ this week off this guy, and I know he'd had it up for quite a while, and he dropped it to a price. I was like, okay, I'll buy it. I didn't even haggle him. I was just like, dude, is it still available? I'll buy it off you. Can't get to Toronto until the weekend or whatever. And then he texts me about an hour later. Oh, someone's coming to see it. You need to come and either come now or, you need to come soon to have a look at it if you want it, this afternoon, or can you get here now? I'm like, dude, did you not fucking read my email that I just sent you a minute ago, right? I can't. Whatever. I said, look, if you sell it, so be it. I'm fine. I'm not
I
that
don't need
desperate.
one.
Yeah. I'd like one, and this is fine, but I said, if you don't sell it, let me know, and then I'll come and grab it off you at the weekend. He's still got it up, but he hasn't contacted me. So now I'm just like, I'm not buying it from you.
Yeah,
you
you're
sound
a dick.
so not that you're a dick, but you sound completely unreliable, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
you don't want to turn up and they don't fucking have it anymore.
No, I'm not driving all the way to Toronto. Like it's two hours out of my day to go find. He's a fucking idiot, right? So
yeah. Well, I don't have to deal with that.
I'm assuming right now he isn't.
I bought it from a reputable retailer, so I'd hope I wouldn't have that risk.
Well, when you talk to people, and it's just like, I know
I'm
that
buying brand new here. Like
the information back and forth needs to be reliable and dependable, and
Well, I'm a bit like, I'm still like, I feel like they might just release a better version of this card, and then I'll decide whether it's worth the money.
They will, Neil. Like they will release a better version of the card.
With more RAM and all that sort of stuff, and I'm like,
yes.
That's more future-proofing. It's the RAM that's the thing. I mean, this is already 16 gigs, so it's a big jump on what I've got, 60% more. So I feel like my card is okay, but it's short on VRAM.
And where does this show itself?
I was going to say, yeah.
For me personally,
what are you wanting on? Yeah.
Right now, it probably is okay, but as things move on, you need more. Like a game like Cyberpunk, for example, probably needs quite a lot of.
You don't play Cyberpunk.
I don't play it yet. No.
This is your own worst enemy. So it's like, do you fucking need the card or not?
No,
right?
Probably not. That's what I mean. At the end of the day, I don't really need it. So I'm like, would I like one? Yeah. But do I want to pay that much money? No. So now I'm like, I paid shitloads of money for this card. It was more than it was worth.
For that.
Exactly.
For that money, you could have like a watch on each arm.
I bought my wife an iPhone for the same price as a graphics card. So we're all on the Apple fucking thing. So
you can buy stocks in Apple, and then like by the time
we could buy 10 iPhones in like.
Doesn't your missus get a company phone?
She's got a shitty company iPhone. It's like a 10 or whatever. She's not allowed to use her company phones for like her own personal use, like you weirdos.
What? Why not?
Because it's a work phone for work stuff.
Oh, fucking country! Jesus Christ! Just give them the phone and let them fucking use it. Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't know. Maybe she is. She doesn't fucking know. It's a shitty old one anyway.
Just don't put any naked pictures on there because the IT people will be upset.
I
don't take naked pictures of anybody.
I mean, you can't give a work phone to somebody and not expect them to use it as a personal phone. That's just ridiculous.
She never uses a work phone. They always phone her on a fucking personal phone anyway. Or they're on Teams anyway. Why does anyone need a fucking work mobile?
I don't know. I just have one.
I don't fucking know.
So what's her personal phone then? Or did you buy her an iPhone?
She's got a Samsung A23 or something. Can't remember. It's a Samsung something or other.
Pretty
Dave, you're Android, aren't you?
I'm a Pixel bro.
Any good?
Yeah. Yeah, I like them. Yeah.
Can you add yourself to pictures that you're not in and all that shit? originally. You can take a picture and then add yourself to it afterwards.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the thing I sort of know about Pixel.
Yeah,
it's like that's their big feature that they tout all the time.
Pixel 8 Pro or something. I don't mess about with it. It's just a very functional, good phone that plays YouTube.
I'm 100% at that stage of my life now where I'm looking at my phone. My kids know there's loads of functions on my phone that they don't have, right? Because I've got a phone that's like 2 generations later than them. They're like, oh, and you know that they're just like, oh, it does this with photographs, or it does this with like meme generators or some shit, or they keep asking about the cameras, like different types of focal points or depth things or whatever, like that they.
You've got a Pro.
And you're just
Pro,
like,
haven't you?
how do I turn the flashlight
Max,
on?
yeah. And
Which
I'm just,
one? A 15?
14.
14 Pro Max, so it's got the 3 camera lenses on. So you've got like
Yeah.
an actual zoom lens in one of them.
Have I?
Like a proper physical zoom.
Okay.
Is this Fraser talking to his kids
no
again?
idea.
Like, yeah, okay, it's got, yeah.
So you get like a 5 times zoom in one of those, I think.
I'm just absolutely uninterested in any of that.
So you can make small things look absolutely massive.
Yeah, it does take nice pictures, though. I will give it that.
The iPhones do take pretty good pictures, and I think they always have done, even though they might not have the best megapixels.
One thing I do know about your phone,
do take good pictures.
It has a function. I think it's LiDAR. It has like and you can measure room, like actual lengths and dimensions, and then it works out the cubic meter.
Yeah. I'd had that. You know, you said about when you were doing your passports, you had to download an app for your phone. Did you have to use the UK government ID app? Was it when you were doing your UK passport?
UK Gov, yeah.
I downloaded that, and it does this thing where like you had to prove your ID, and it's like you scan your fucking driving license, and then you had to point the camera at your face, and it does all this like mad colour shit. And I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know what the fuck this thing is doing, and it's like, yep, that's definitely you. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
what the fuck happened there?
Yeah, that's what I was saying about that process was so cool and streamlined, and it worked. It was just really, really clever. Yeah, I mean, I still the stuff that technology is doing with integrating systems and accounts and things like that is really good now. They're finally sorting everything out, right? You know how. What was it? There was something yesterday. I can't remember what it was. It was only yesterday. But there was something I was trying to access or whatever like that. And it just seamlessly did exactly what I needed it to do and tied in with something else that was over here and grabbed this from there or whatever like that, you know. And like 10 years ago, if someone said, well, this is what they're going to do, you would have gone, oh my God, my privacy and all this sort of stuff. Fuck it. It's great. If it's working, it's great. I give myself over.
Every app that I install, it's like, this is like ask app not to track, yes or no. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't fucking track me across fucking Facebook and all that bullshit.
Once your camera.
It's more like the Facebook and Instagram. That's what fucked Facebook and Instagram is when Apple started going, well, increasing the privacy controls to give the people like every time we install an app, it's like ask app not to track. Yep. That means Facebook just lost about $500 million overnight. So that's what fucked them.
I've uninstalled Facebook on my phone.
I don't have it on my phone anyway.
It's just adverts now for me. Like
I get notifications from Threads and Instagram and just go, nah, don't care.
Yeah, just turn all that shit off.
Turn it off. That's the.
Yeah, I've turned like since we went streaming on the football, I just turned all the notifications for football apps off. I was just like, I don't need to know that someone's going to score in the next 5 seconds on my phone before I see it on the stream. So I'm just going to turn all that shit off. And it's like, you know what? What I might do is just start turning more and more notifications off because it's just. I don't need to be at your beck and call. I need to just fucking live my life, and when I'm in control.
Yeah, I have a lot of social groups too. Like even with groups with mates now that I don't have them notifying me. Like you guys, if you guys text me, I get the notification because usually it relates to us doing something. But a lot of people, it's just like, no, I'll just batch check, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just bombard it all the time. It's brutal. Yeah. My wife's just her phone is constantly beeping. It drives me insane.
Oh, the kids are terrible. The phone's constantly like, fucking Snapchat's popping off, and it's like
more than yours.
Turn that shit off, man. Fucking hell. You need to take control of your own life, not be at the beck and call of your fucking phone all the time.
Correct. All right. There we go. Welcome. Yeah, thanks very much for tuning in to the Old Man Ranting
Old man,
podcast.
yeah.
Old Man yelling at clouds.
It's not that, though, is it? It's not that, though. We appreciate the technology for what it is, but we'd like to be the master of it rather than it be our master. That's the
correct. Thing. Well said. All right. I think that's a show. What have we got? Who's doing the outros?
I'll do the outro.
Do we have any chatters?
Lord said hello and multiple things. I think I read most of them out.
Perfect. Thanks, Lord.
All right. I'll say thanks for listening to the Seal Podcast. If you'd like to ask questions, get involved, you can reach us through our contact form on our website at sealpodcast.com. You can also email us at sealpodcast@gmail.com or hop onto our Discord server. The link invite is pinned to our various social media platforms.
Yes.
You don't forget to check out our YouTube and Twitch channels, which we upload and stream to. And then we've done a shout out for Twitch.
Shout out to Paul for messaging. I didn't put any shout outs to ask for questions, but thanks to Paul. Paul's always there with a question every week.
Yep, appreciate it. All right, good. Okay, well, look, thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. We should be... Oh, I'm on holiday next week.
So am I.
Don't know whether I...
What?
Well, I'm not going away anyway.
But I may be here, so it should be okay as far as I know. So, thanks for joining us. Should see you next week. Until then,
Ta-ra.
bye.
Ta-ra.